College success. This is a part of a series. This is part 8. If you didn't get a chance to see the previous parts, please do go back and watch part 1, part 2, part 3, and so on and so forth, and you'll get more of the content there. But today, I'm going to cover a topic that is super, super important, and that has to do with your health, taking care of yourself. When you're in college, you may be thinking about all the work that you need to do. I remember I thought about all of my assignments, trying to keep up with all of that, and I neglected on taking care of myself. And I could see the difference. I felt the difference. I didn't feel good. I was sick I wouldn't say some of the time, most of the time going through college, have, coughing and sneezing and all that, headaches and all that. And it was all a result of me not taking care of myself. So it's important to take care of yourself right now. And here are some steps that you can take to begin this process. Now, before I get into it, let me just share with you a analogy, if you will, right? An analogy. So let's say you have a shack and you have a temple. Your body, if you treat your body like a shack, then whatever you put in that, whatever you do, however you treat it, that's exactly what you're going to get as a result. That's what's going to come out. Whatever you put in as an input is what's going to come out as an output. So if you treat your body like a shack, if you're smoking, if you're drinking, if you're eating junk food, if you're eating fast food all the time, then guess what happens at the end of the day? When you're older, you're going to suffer the consequences of the bad decisions that you made by eating junk food and by not taking care of yourself, by not sleeping, by not getting rest, and so on and so forth. So it's important to treat your body like a temple. Invest in yourself as you are investing in your education, but I also want you to take care of your body, because imagine you spend all this money in school and you get your degree, but yet you don't live long enough to maximize the investment by living a healthy and a fulfilling life. You may graduate, congratulations, but let's say you have 2 years after that and you're sick and you're unable to work. So take care of yourself. All right, so let's get to it. Number 1, you want to eat smart. Eat smart. I know it can be challenging with all the temptations that there are in college. There's this phrase, if you will, that says freshman 15. Freshman 15 is an expression that means that most students will gain 15 pounds in their first year in school. 15 pounds. Some will gain more, some will gain less, but the average is about 15 pounds. That's a lot of weight. And one of the reasons is because you're leaving high school, you're transitioning into college. Now you have all of these options in front of you, right? You have pizza, you can eat pizza all day, you can do all these things, and you have fast food and you're trying to keep up with your coursework. It can be challenging. So here's the thing. Number 1, you have to eat smart. You've got to eat smart. So what you should do is think about the foods that you're eating. Stay away from fried foods. Stay away from processed foods. That means stay away from fast food, right? I love Chick-fil-A, but you can get some good food from Chick-fil-A. You can get some healthier options, and please don't put a mad face emoji or an upset emoji or a wow, a surprise emoji when I say this. But even there are some fast food restaurants where you can find healthier options. But altogether, you want to stay away from fast food restaurants. So you want to avoid fast foods, you want to avoid processed foods. You want to think about ways in which you can eat healthier. Like, for example, there are oatmeal packets, there are yogurt cups, there are several things that you can purchase when you go to the store, food or meals that you can purchase that are healthier options, such as fruits and vegetables that you can purchase and put it in your dorm room or in your apartment in a refrigerator and pack it up every day. Like before you go to class, you pack it up in a small Ziploc bag, and then from like throughout the day, if you're not going back to your apartment, you want to just snack on healthier options. You don't want to resort to the fast food, the pizza, the ramen noodles, and the list goes on. You can type some of the other menu options or foods that you may be eating when you're in college. So I would like to know, by the way. Please do share in the comment section. So eat smart. The second key step is very important. Get enough sleep. Get enough sleep. I know we're living in a time right now where everybody's grinding. Like, I'm grinding. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna graduate in instead of 4 years, I'll graduate in just 1 year with my degree. And we're grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. We're not sleeping. You say sleeping is for losers. Sleeping is for people who don't have anything to do. And then what you're doing is you're grinding yourself to an early grave. You're grinding yourself to an early grave. Here you are, you're 21 years old, but yet you look like you're 40 years old because you're not sleeping. Come on. So get enough rest. This is super important. In fact, it's been said, according to research, that we need about 7 to 8 hours of rest every night. 7 to 8 hours of rest. And since you're in college, you may need more than that. You may need 9 hours just to recuperate because of all of the demands, the pressures, all of the things that you need to do. There's an article I read earlier about this, and it was by Dr. William Dement, and he said that most adults need 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. Not getting enough sleep or having sleep debt, he calls it sleep debt, is like sleep deprivation. In other words, having sleep debt can lead to poor productivity, a decreased ability to fight off infections or disease, and most critical, an increase in potential for having an accident of some kind. So I need to get some rest. Get rest. Go to sleep. Sleep for 7 to 8 hours every night. You can do it. Stop cutting into your sleep time. Stop cutting into your rest time. You have time for everything else. You have time to watch your favorite show. You have time to play your game on your phone. You have time to check your social media profiles. In fact, there was this one article I read that stated that the average person, especially young adults, if you will, or millennials, spend about 3 hours or so on social media every single day. Come on, you can manage your time better by, again, focusing on what's important for you, and your sleep has to be important for you. As you can see, I just mentioned here that when you have sleep debt, these are the consequences. These are the things that can happen. There was this one other student I remember reading about, and this guy was so focused, man. He wanted to do everything. He wanted to finish today. He wanted it all. He took more. I think he took 5 classes for a semester, and the workload was super heavy, and he wasn't sleeping. He was sleeping maybe 1 hour or 2 hours a night. And then I think 3 months in, as he was preparing to take other courses, he started feeling sick, and he went to his doctor, and his doctor said, you're not just feeling sick because you're not sleeping. But he went on to say, your eyes, your vision is being affected by this. He said that you may become blind. This kid was like, what? Are you kidding me? Are you serious? And he said, yes. You know why? Because you're not sleeping. You have to sleep. As much as you want to be productive, as much as you want to take over the world, as much as you want to be on top, get some rest. Get some rest, all right? So that's the point here, get rest. Now, there's a whole lot more that I can share on this, but hopefully you can see the importance of the importance of resting, of getting 7 to 8 hours of rest. Here's another quick tip before I move on to the next one. You know how we cut certain things out of our schedule and we plan around the important things in our lives. You plan around your school, right? You're not going to cut off or cut out from your school because you know you have to continue going to school to get your degree. You can't cut out from the time that you're supposed to be at work, because if you do that, you'll lose your job. So what we do is we cut from the time that we should be resting. So instead of planning around our jobs and our schools only, we should also plan around our time to rest. So include that in your calendar. You say, well, every night I need to be in bed by 11 o'clock. So what am I going to do every single day to make sure that I go to bed before 11 o'clock? And then do it. If you have to adjust certain things, cut down on your social media time, cut down on your television watching time, cut down on your socializing time, but make sure you get rest. All right, so let's get going. The third key, the third step to helping you to succeed in college is this. You want to keep active. Keep active. When you keep active, it will help you to be healthier. Keep active. So move around, exercise. As a matter of fact, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, you should get at least 60 minutes of physical activity on most days of the week. At least 60 minutes of physical activity on most days of the week. So get active. If you're driving, if you have to drive to your campus, park far. Don't park too close. Don't park in front of the building. Park far, and you can you can walk, right? If you have a choice to take the stairs or the elevator, take the stairs. So look for ways to get active and stay active while you're in school. That will help you. You can also check out the rec center. The rec center at your school, there are many things that you can do there, right? You can check that out. You may want to participate in sports at your school as well. And just looking for ways to be active and being intentional about it will go a long, long way. So make sure you do that. Don't ever say that you don't have time to do any of this. You do have time. Make the time. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Try to get to at least 60 minutes a day of physical activity where you're moving, you're running, you're jogging, you're lifting weights, whatever it is that can help you to stay fit. Do it. All right. So let's go on to the next one. Next step or next key step is drink lots of water. You want to keep hydrated all the time. Drink water. You need about 2 liters of water. 2 liters of water every single day to be hydrated, to be at your top notch. So drink 2 liters of water every single day. Now, why should you drink water? What if you don't like water? What if you'd rather drink soda or drink some other drinks? As a matter of fact, let me pause right here. Stay away from soda, stay away from coffee, stay away from any caffeinated drinks, stay away from liquor, from alcohol, stay away from those drinks. When you drink those, you may feel like you drank a caffeinated drink, soda, or perhaps coffee, and you feel pretty good in the beginning, right? You're energized, you're ready to go, but at the end you crash, don't you? Yeah, you do, you crash. Your energy just drops. So stay away from that. Just drink water. Exercise. If you drink water, you exercise, and you eat properly, you eat healthy, that is, then you'll be energetic. You won't have to drink coffee. You won't have to drink those caffeinated drinks to stay up. All right, here's another reason why you should drink water. It flushes out toxins. When you're drinking water, it flushes out toxins. So drink water to flush out toxins. It helps clean out your system. The other reason why you should drink water is that it curbs hunger cravings. It curbs hunger cravings. So if you see something, perhaps it's a pastry or a donut from Krispy Kreme that's in the lobby, and you're tempted to eat it, but drink some water. If you drink water, you drink lots of water, it's going to curb that craving, and you won't have to eat it. You won't have to eat the junk food. So these are some strategies that you can implement right now to help you to succeed in school. Here's another one, and I'll close with this one. I know this would be obvious for many people, right? But it's a very, very important strategy, a very important key, I should say. And that is wash your hands. If you want to stay healthy, wash your hands. Super, super important. I travel a lot. I get to travel across the nation. In fact, I just came from Syracuse, New York this past Sunday. And I have several other places that I'll be going to as well. But you've got to wash your hands. I went to the airport, and as I was in the airport, that is, I used the restroom, and I'm washing my hands, and there's this guy who comes walking out of the stall. He walks out of the stall, and I'm thinking he's gonna come next to me and wash his hand by the sink nearby. And he did. He just walks out. He's like, and I think he was whistling too. He just starts walking out of the bathroom. And I'm thinking, really? Seriously? So how many people's hands did this guy shake afterwards? How many things did he touch? Right? So wash your hands. Wash your hands before you eat. Wash your hands after you use the restroom. This is right. This is elementary. This is ABC. Super simple, but most people don't do it. Most people don't wash their hands. Now, I'm going to say this, and please don't feel bad when I share this. I'm sharing it because I feel that some people may not remember, so I'll just share it here because I think it's super important. And how do you wash your hands? Super simple, right? You wash your hands with water, right? You go to the sink, the faucet, you turn it on, and you turn the water on, and you wash your hands. You wet your hands, right? You wet your hands. Now, you're wetting your hands under the running water. Then you turn the faucet off, and then you put some soap on your hands. You start lathering up your hands, right? Lather up your nails between your fingers, front and back. And as you're doing that, you scrub your hands. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Nails, scrub, scrub. And then as you're scrubbing your hands, this is what you do. Super important. You do it for 20 seconds, at least 20 seconds. Not 2 seconds, not 1 second, not 1 second, but 20 seconds, at least 20 seconds. Now, if you can't keep track of the time, you just sing happy birthday from the beginning to the end twice. Happy birthday to you. And then you just do that, and that'll be 20 seconds. Then you wash your hands. You rinse your hands. Then you dry your hands. And then that's it. You go out. Yes, you can also sing ABCs. Absolutely. So these are simple strategies. But most people don't do it. People use the restroom, they don't wash their hands. There are people, after they sneeze, they're coughing their hands. And then hey, how you doing, Nick? You know what I'm going to do right afterwards? I'm going to go and wash my hands. Now, if I don't have access, or if I'm too far from the restroom, I always carry with me a small bottle of hand sanitizer, which I just apply on my hands, and I rub my hands and nails, right, until it's dry, and then I move on. So make sure you do that. If you do it, you'll actually prevent yourself from getting sick. Common colds and so on and so forth, just by washing your hands. Super simple. Let me give you a quick recap, and then we'll wrap it up here. Number 1, you want to eat smart. Number 2, you want to get enough sleep. Number 3, you want to keep active. Number 4, you want to drink lots of water. And number 5, you want to wash your hands. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name again is Nick Zizi from UnleashYourZebra.com. I'm actually going to do another session on my Instagram page. If you're not following me on Instagram, please do so now. Go to Instagram and search for Nick Zizi. There on Instagram, I'm going to talk about how to manage your money in college. Oh, you want to come to this one. This is going to be good. If you think this was good, watch when you go to Instagram. I'm going to share with you some strategies that you can implement right now, proven strategies that will help you to manage your money while you are in college. If you are a parent, you have a teen that's going to college who may be in college right now, please listen, join me on Instagram, and also tag your son or daughter so that they can also join us there as well. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. And thank you for sharing. Be blessed. Please remember to unleash your zebra.